Good afternoon on this soggy afternoon, at least here in Wausau. I'm Marketing Director Brian Otten with the Greater Wausau Chamber of Commerce. I'm joined by Mark Schroeder with Let's Go Fishing. Mark's with the Hodag chapter of that organization. Mark's trying to do some big things with that organization here in Wausau, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But what I really have from Mark is a check for $103. Where did this come from? This is going to Let's Go Fishing. This came from our Heckle Hole. So last month at our golf outing, an event that we host annually, we had a Heckle Hole that we introduced for the first time in 2025. The Heckle Hole was an opportunity for a little bit of fun and for us to raise some money for some local member nonprofits. And Let's Go Fishing was selected by Justin Gaiche of Chase Outdoors, and Chase was the sponsor of that hole. And Justin took his turn heckling, and Justin raised $103 for your organization. So I'm going to hand that off to you and tell you congratulations.
I have to personally thank him, I think.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Justin's watching. I think I actually saw that he might be on vacation. But I saw on LinkedIn that he was doing a tour of the MEPS factory up in Anago. So anyhow, thanks, Justin. But Mark, I guess while I got you here, we're in the Wausau Group Lounge here at the depot. Mark came down. We had a conversation about something else. Thought this was a good opportunity to hand off the check. Mark, tell us about Let's Go Fishing, what it is that you guys do, and what your plans are here in Wausau.
Well, Let's Go Fishing is a nonprofit volunteer organization, of course, and we have one paid employee in Wilmar, Minnesota, where it originated in 2002. So it's been around a while, mostly in Minnesota. We had 2 chapters at one time here in Wisconsin. Menominee folded after a couple of years because people didn't want to run it, of all things, and everybody missed it. But unfortunately, they didn't have the leadership, maybe. But here in Wausau, I figured the Hodag chapter is such a small group, and really one of the smallest chapters, perhaps, in all of the 18 of them that are existing now. But they're all kind of wanting to grow a little more. I'd like to see it grow in Wisconsin. Not for I'm not looking for anything. I'm just thinking that it should have been over here at Wausau. Because if Rhinelander has 8,400 people and you have 84,000 here, why would you not have one here first? You have this wonderful Lake Wausau, and it's right in the middle of the city. It makes everything, so easy to operate, maybe, because... And I just wanted to, I keep thinking about Let's Go Fishing itself, and it's kind of been laid back since 2020. Everything has, really, and some chapters have failed and gone away, but there's a few this year being developed somewhere else. And one city bought a boat for a chapter to bring us there. I can't believe they did that.
Nice. Well,
that's in Minnesota, near the Minneapolis area.
Sure.
So I don't know. And I just thought it would be a great idea if we had a sister chapter, because both of us could benefit from it.
Sure.
There are so many things in different areas that each one could share and actually benefit to the point that they could use it to grow. And we have had more outings in Rhinelander this year than I would have thought. I wouldn't have thought possible.
And tell me a little bit about those outings. Not to interrupt, but I want to make sure people understand what those outings look like.
Well, I didn't get to that part maybe, but we serve seniors, veterans, disabled, and youth. And it's we operate on the water with this big tri-tune 30-foot boat, and it's got seating capacity of 14. We have to have a captain and a mate to move the boat around. But we also help the guests in and off the boat. It's wheelchair accessible. We can get 4 wheelchairs in it. I hope the same thing comes here this way.
Sure.
It looks like it could, very much so. But anyway, we serve these people that are seniors, 55 and older, veterans, disabled, like I said, youth, and lots of nursing homes, assisted living, who in turn also support us in ways. And I don't know, just the support of them people and then local businesses and sort of like keep the thing going. And we've stayed in the black with it for 13 years now in this little town, and we had struggles, but we are there.
Sure.
And we exist, and I think this area, it's just waiting for something like that, and it might do very well. And, well, I know it will.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've enjoyed lots of time on Lake Wausau over the years. I don't have a boat, but friends with boats. My son's got a boat. We take kayaks out on it occasionally, and it is a great body of water. And you've got a great kind of organization that opens up those resources to people that maybe wouldn't be able to participate. So that's pretty cool. And I want to thank you for your investment in the chamber. I mean, as a member of the chamber, we appreciate you showing support for our organization. I mean, it's interesting, when we talk about some of the workforce retention and attraction efforts, a lot of it has to do with outdoor recreation, and a lot of it has to do with Wausau's unique position with the ski hill and with a lake and with all kinds of, with the kayak course. There's just a lot of outdoor recreational opportunities here that don't exist other places. And like you said, the lake is right basically in the middle of the city, and so there's lots of access to it, just minutes from a lot of people's work and from their homes. And so that's one of the unique aspects of our community, and it's pretty interesting to us that you're trying to sort of capitalize on that a little bit by bringing a chapter here.
Well, and we're serving people that actually wouldn't be able to get out on the water otherwise. So you're doing something very beneficial to the people that are disabled in different ways. And
sure,
we took a group of kids out that were middle school, and I thought in my day, middle school meant you couldn't read, write, somebody that no arithmetic or something. Yeah. And these kids were all autistic, and it kind of breaks your heart a little bit, but they had so many different things going on with each child. And if you see something like that, it just comes back to you. This one kid was singing like opera music, and I could not get over how good he could do that.
Really?
A little runt at 12 years old,
sure.
And I hope I'm not offending anybody, but he was good at it. I mean, he must do that. I just sat there and almost like, I couldn't believe you're doing that. And I made the mistake of saying something to him, and he shut up and wouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
But he made my day, because he came out on the boat. Thank you for the day. Thank you. It's just happy-hearted, even though who he is.
Sure. And I bet you've had a lot of special moments like that, and that's pretty cool.
Many of them.
Yeah. And so I guess before we wrap up, your need here in Wausau, at least from our conversations, there's the financial part of keeping the organization going and helping it get off the ground here, in terms of having a chapter in Wausau. But you really have a need for people. You need people as volunteers, and I think ideally somewhere down the road, somebody to champion this cause kind of locally, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, we need volunteers. We have to form a board. There are many things of legal end to do, and one of them would be getting a tax number, of course, for a nonprofit. Things have to be purchased. We have to make a grant writer. I think I found one that is really well. I mean, she's worked with us before. And just getting a little more attention out there as far as drawing more to us. And I think the area is just wonderful. I love Wausau. And it has a good population of very good people that I think it'll do well here.
Yeah, well, I hope so. If you have questions about Let's Go Fishing, you can go to letsgofishing.com. There's a drop down where you can find the Hodag chapter in there. Hopefully someday there'll be a Wausau chapter listed as well. Hopefully next year. So we're getting close. But you can reach out to Mark at that chapter, or you can find their listing in our directory on wausauchamber.com. So thanks for watching, Mark. Thank you, and I hope I hope that $103 helps.
It will help.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Thanks, Mark.